In this video series, we're going to focus on picking the right cable for newcomers with VHF and UHF applications for amateur radio or for GMRS. So a common question is, getting set up with the first station, what cable is the right one for them? Typical response comes in the form of a radio, the power, antenna type, and then the run. For a lot of these, the answer comes back with mobile base station applications, usually 50 watts on VHF, 35 watts on UHF. It's an FM radio with a vertical antenna and 50 feet. So they're not alone. This question comes up quite often, and we have the right solutions for this. There are two cables that are key for this application with the best performance. Their options are going to be based on the size, future needs, and usage. All of the cables from ABR Industries start off being UV resistant, suitable for direct burial, designed to withstand saltwater environments, and designed to last 20 years. So with that, we're going to jump right in. The first cable I'm going to recommend is the ABR 400 UltraFlex. It's the larger of the two cables today, and the reason being is at 50 feet winds up being a little bit of a breaking point from the standpoint of insertion loss, which I'll get into a little bit later. But it's very popular because it can handle a number of flexing applications or twists and turns and bends. It maximizes the shield coverage at 100% foil and a 95% tin copper braid. It's also very good for outdoor applications and can be used on rotors or for satellite as well. The next cable is a little bit smaller, as in the ABR 240 UltraFlex, which is an RG8X replacement. It's exceptional in its flexibility at 1.5 inch bend radius. It's designed for repeated flexing if need be. It is a low loss cable with a gas injected foam. It is also UV and outdoor rated and good for use in the home, vehicle, or for portable use, so there is some flexibility with this cable for future use as well. So let's talk about what this means side by side with these two cables. The first cable is the ABR 400, which is a 1/2 inch diameter cable. Its bend radius is 2.5 inches. At 2 meters, it comes at 9/10 dB, which is a little less than 20% of loss, which is 40 watts in our application. At 70 centimeters, it comes in at 1.61 dB, or 31%, so that's about 24 watts. On the flip side, with the 240 product, that cable is a 1/4 inch in diameter, which is roughly the same size as the cable TV wire that's going into your home. Its bend radius is 1.5 inches. On 2 meters, it's 1.77 dB, or 1/3 of the loss, at 33 watts out, and 70 centimeters at 3.13 dB, which is 51%, or 17 watts. For a 50-mile radius, both cables will meet your needs, just depending on where you're located. With that being said, for most people, either product will work just fine, but over 50 feet, I wouldn't recommend going with the 240 anymore, but still clearly going with the 400 flex cable. What are some other things to consider? Well, the price of the entire cable assembly system. The 240 product is also half the price of the 400 series. Also, cables that are going through the house, whether it's through a feed-through, or is it going to be broken up through a lightning protector or a bulkhead connector. Also, the antenna, some of them have just unity gain, which means line of sight, but a lot of them have 3 dB on 2 meters and 6 dB on 70 centimeters, or even slightly higher, which means you're going to see an improved performance. So some of your losses can be made up through the performance of the antenna. The other thing is the connector options. Most radios have PL259 that they can accept, which is the SO239 is on that radio. And also some antennas, commercially speaking, have N-type designs. The nice thing about the N-type connectors is they have a built-in weather seal. Some other things to look into is the color of your cables. We can also build cables with different wraps and color different assemblies so that you can identify the lines or make them visible or easier to hide, whatever works best for you. So one last comment is how do we differentiate here at ABR Industries is to give you tools like this. But also, we can do 2D and 3D CAD. We have automated production equipment. We have ESD-rated solder workstations, pneumatic crimping machines. All of our cables are tested for high continuity to guarantee the connection. We can do RF testing, also mechanical testing. On average, our people have about 16 years worth of experience building these products. Also, when it comes down to our raw materials, we do extensive vendor review checks and balances. Also, material-wise, over 85% of our cable assemblies material comes from U.S. sources. So, if you have any questions, please visit us at abrind.com or give us a call at 713-492-2722. Thank you.